Hello everybody, this is Niclas Huschenbeth and this is a new episode of me playing against the Play Magnus app in which I face Magnus Carlsen, and today I face him at the age of, not 26, let's go all the way back, at the age of 14, there we go. And what does the text say today? I placed in the top 30 of the European Championship to qualify for the World Cup. My trick? Intuition. Analysis can sometimes give more accurate results than intuition, but usually it's just a lot of work. I normally do what my intuition tells me to do. Most of the time I spend thinking is just to double check. Most of the time spent thinking. Alright, good to know. That's a good strategy actually, to rely on intuition and then double check. Double checking is very important. So let's play the Sicilian. And see what he comes up here. Sveshnikov. Magnus is not known to be a Sveshnikov player. I have to be honest here. So this is going to be interesting. So here are two main moves, c3 and c4. In both cases you want to bring the knight back into action, which is stranded on the edge of the board. So I go c4 and a5. And now a5. I think just bishop e2 is the way to play this. Haven't really had a Sveshnikov in a while, to be honest. Oh, hold on, no, queen f3 actually. I think queen f3 is pretty nice here. Yeah, now there's h4. And this is actually a pretty good line for white. Yeah, I mean, if you have to play f6, then, you know, something hasn't gone according to plan. And I might have actually had this in a game before. I think a few years back, exactly this position. And let's see. I think I went rook g1. And then queen g3 or something along these lines. But I'm not 100% certain. Alright, so let's take a look. Another move would be rook d1 to have ideas with c5. Okay, I can play rook d1, but maybe I'm going to castle. Queenside, I'm not sure yet. Rook g1 or rook d1. I'm always not sure how strong this threat is of going c5. And I'm not really tempted to sacrifice any material against an engine. So let me go rook g1 and queen g3. I think that's what I did in that game. He goes g6, yes. And now I can go g5, which I am tempted to do. Yeah, g5 looks good. And I can play bishop h3 maybe to exchange my light squared bishop, or try to, because he could go f5 then. Or I could also play a move like h5 here myself directly, or take on f6 and then go h5. Many attractive options. But taking f6 and h5 would run into bishop h4, so I don't want to do this. And h5 directly, is there any problem with that? I don't see any problem with h5. I mean, there are many moves here. Bishop h3 probably plays f5. I kind of like h5. So let's go with this. Yes, he goes f5, what I expected. And the other move didn't really make sense. Now I could play h6 even and kind of lock him in there. And I'm tempted to do this because computers are not that good with close positions, at least that's my feeling. I could go h6, lock the bishop in on h8 forever and ever, which is a huge position advantage, and then just stabilize position with f3. I'm really tempted to do that. I don't think I'm going to checkmate him by taking on g6 and opening up the h-file. And I'd rather take the position advantage, it feels like to me right now. So let's do this and play f3. Do I have to go f3 or do I have something else as well? I could go bishop h3, for example. Or I could just, I don't really think that f takes e4 is much of a threat anyway. Another idea is actually to go something like c5 followed by bishop c4 in some lines, because bringing the bishop to the long diagonal, playing bishop c4 could be really unpleasant for him in some situations. It's something to keep in mind. He can put the bishop on e6 too, but that could be an idea. I don't know. It's always a question to play it safe or to not play it safe. But I don't really want to go f3. It just doesn't feel right to me. But maybe I should. It's a tricky situation. It is a little bit tricky. The only thing I'm afraid of after f3 is that he plays something like a4 followed by b3. And if he gets a knight in on d4, it's always annoying. So that's why I'm hesitating. Bishop h3 is another move. But I feel like this bishop isn't doing too much there. So I will just castle. And yeah, he takes on e4. And now I can play c5. He can't take because of knight f6 check. So he'll probably go bishop e6. But then I could take on d6 already. Well, this is gonna get sharp. But that's chess. You cannot avoid sharpness. It's just not possible. Very difficult to avoid. So let's go c5. Rook f3. I have to be honest, I did not see this move. But the question is, how bothered am I by this move? I could play queen h4 now, which actually looks pretty attractive. Because I'm hitting the e4 pawn, I don't see anything wrong with it. So let's go there. And b3. Not quite sure what he's getting at here. I can just take this pawn, I think, no problem. And now he plays bishop e6. But I don't think this has helped him much. I can take on e4 now, which I would be happy to play. I can play bishop c4. I'm also very happy to play this move. I think I like bishop c4 even better. After queen takes e4, rook takes f2. I'm not quite sure what my follow-up is there. Even though this also looks pretty good. But I like bringing all my pieces into action. And bishop c4, it's introducing new ideas like knight f6 check, for example. And yeah, why shouldn't I play this? Plays king f8. If he has to go king f8, something is up here. So now I'm very tempted to just take on e4. Because then if he takes on f2, I can play rook f1, bring my rook into action. And I think that would be pretty unpleasant for him. So let's take here. He takes on f2. He's pretty greedy, don't you think? What about rook df1 now? I can maybe go rook f5. I don't know what he has in mind. But there are like a lot of pieces hanging in his position. Like the bishop is unprotected. His knight on c6 is unprotected. you know, it feels very fishy, this whole situation. Knight b6 is a move, actually. Yeah, knight b6, hitting his rook and hitting his knight. It's not clear to me how he would respond to that, honestly. Knight b6 looks like a really good move. I mean, I need to figure out why it isn't. Maybe bishop f5, yeah? Bishop f5 could be a problem. And my queen, my knight are in trouble. Yeah, bishop f5 is actually a threat. So I might come back to this move rook df1. Yeah, let's come back to this. And he goes all the way back to f7. And now I could still play knight b6, maybe. When he maybe has to answer with d5 now. Or I could take on f7. But he probably takes with the bishop. If I then play rook f1, he will take on g5 with check, which I don't like. So what about knight b6 now? I think I'll just go knight b6. I mean, this looks very, very strong. Bishop takes c4, b takes c4. It's no problem. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, and he goes d5, but now I'm already going to be up a pawn. Plus, I still have the very much superior position. And I think here... How will I do this? I want to exchange bishops, I think, because he's very weak on the light squares. So... Bishop takes d5, bishop takes... I could even go into the endgame, but his king is weaker than mine, so I'm going to keep the queens on. But what I'm not sure about if I should take on f7 right now or not. Yeah, I think I'll take on f7 for now, and now take on d5. And now... take back with the knight. And why did I do this? So I can give a check now on f1 and bring my rook in. He's probably going to go rook f7. I mean, that's all he can do there. And then really the question is, how do I proceed from there? Yeah, there's not an obvious way to play right now. Of course his bishop is still locked in. But how do I make progress? Because if I play rook f1, then I suddenly have to protect the pawn on g5. Probably with the queen. But yeah, it would be a little bit uncomfortable, so I don't want to do this. But what else can I do? On the other hand, he can also do that much. Maybe he's gonna go rook d7. I think I have a plan. I think maybe b4 is interesting. To get my pawns rolling, I mean, I have 3 pawns against 1 on the queen side, so I want to get those pawns rolling. I could play b4, but then a takes b4, knight takes b4. I think it makes sense to just play king b1 for now. It seems to be a useful move to prepare b4. Also, then he's not going to take on g5 anymore with check, so it just seems to make sense. Now he plays rook f7, and now I could play b4. Could also play rook d1. But rook d1, I don't know how much it is helping me. And also, well, the g5 pawn is hanging, so shouldn't do that. Now I'll play b4. And now I want to take with the d knight, because if I take with the c knight, he could play knight d4, and I wouldn't like that. So he takes again. And now I can take with the knight. Oh, maybe I could take with the knight, actually. I'm a little bit afraid of rook f4, but maybe I can play a move like, for example, queen d3 then, or queen d5, but it looks a little bit clumsy. And I could also take with the queen. Which he might also answer with rook f4. But then maybe I could even play a move like queen b7, which is actually pretty strong, I think. So yeah, queen takes looks good. But the only thing I'm a little bit afraid of is that he might open up the bishop somehow. I don't know. Yeah, play e4 maybe directly, and queen takes e4, queen b8. I'm a little bit afraid of this bishop, I have to be honest with you guys. A little bit afraid of the bishop. Yeah, or I play knight takes. If queen takes e4, how do I answer that? Maybe I'm just overestimating. Maybe just c6 check. And I think both moves are good, but which one to pick? Which one to pick? Okay, I'll take with the queen. If he goes e4, I can go c6 check, so that's why he didn't do this. But now he plays king g8 and really inviting me to play queen c4, which looks like super uncomfortable for him. I think he needs to go back king f8 then, but of course this is an improvement for me, so I'll play this. And yes, he goes back king f8. Now I could exchange rooks with rook f1, or I could push the pawn with c6. I mean, this is looking fabulous for me now. I mean, it has been looking pretty good the whole time, but looking even better now. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go c6. I'm curious what he is going to play. Now he plays e4, and now I could actually transpose to the other line I was thinking about with queen b4 check, but maybe I have something better now anyway. I could go rook f1. I could maybe take the pawn even, but then he has queen b6, so that's his idea. He wants to go queen b6. Maybe I underestimated this e4. Maybe I should not have allowed this right now, but okay. Because this freaking bishop is a little pain in the ass. Okay, I think I'm gonna trade rooks, rook f1. This should help me. So take, king e7. And now he's not threatening the g5 pawn. I can just move my queen, and probably gonna move it to c4. c4 looks like the obvious choice, but I have to look out for moves like, I don't know, queen d1 or something like that, or queen d3. Yeah, but I'm not too worried about queen d3 or queen d1. I think I can deal with those moves. And queen c4 just looks like the very obvious move to play. So let's do this. And he goes queen d3, and now I just want to go queen b4 check, actually. I think I'm quite happy with this move. Queen b4 check, or queen c5. But queen c5 probably plays queen d6, and that's not possible really after queen b4, because then I can take the e4 pawn. Another move I can definitely consider is queen to g8, but then queen d1 check, and queen takes c2, and he has a perpetual if I take on the bishop on h8. So queen b4. Check. And now I want to go c7. I don't know if I'm too optimistic here. Maybe I am. Maybe you can go queen d1 check, king a2, queen d5 check then. And queen b3, exchange queens. And then still catch the pawn. Yeah, I didn't see that beforehand. Yeah, queen c7, queen d1 check, king a2, queen d5 check, king a3. Maybe I have to do something like that. I don't really know, guys. This is rather complicated. I have to do some calculation. King a3, he has queen a8 check, but then I can just play... Well, if I go queen a4, he might trade queens again. Huh. I could go king b3 again. I don't see any other moves, unfortunately. How am I? I'm in this pin. He's threatening queen d1. If I go queen c5, he can... What is he playing after queen c5? Maybe queen d6 or something like that. King c1, is that a move? Not really. Tricky. It feels like I'm very close, but maybe I've given it away already, I don't know. At c7 really doesn't seem to do it. Oh, hold on. What about queen d1 check, king a2, queen d5 check, b3? Can I do that? I think I can. Yeah, let's do that then. I can go b3 and queen a8 check, just... Yeah, I completely missed b3 for some reason. So... Oh my god, he can just take my knight and protects... Oh my god. Oof. This is... I mean, I'm not losing. In the worst case, I could play queen takes e4. But I don't think I'm gonna win anymore. Shoot, I just completely missed. He can take my knight just and cover c8. Wow. Yeah, I think I have to make a draw now if queen takes e4. Is there anything else? No, there's always the perpetual of queen a4. Ah, man. Yeah. This is a draw, my friends. Alright. Yep. Alright. Oh well, that was a missed opportunity, unfortunately. I dominated him pretty much the whole game, it felt like. If we go through this real quick. Wait, what is this? I want to see the game. Train with me? I want to view replay on the web. I guess I can't. Hello? Something is off here. Okay, well, I don't know, somewhere I gave it away. I don't know exactly where, but somewhere I gave it away, so I gotta get him next time, but that was a big chance. Well, next time. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, feel free to subscribe to my channel for future videos, and then I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.